Hey everyone in YouTube land, it's Jenine and I am here for a different type of video. This video is going to be on my experience of a Disney audition. I'm going for a character performer audition. I cannot bring in the cameras or a phone or anything to film my audition, but I will tell you my experience of it, because we got to keep character integrity alive. So, and I promise to keep that alive as I work for the Disney company. So, see you back after your audition. So, what's up everyone here at YouTube land? I did do a character performer audition and it was a lot of fun. It was whether I got the position or not and what basically happened, if anything or something. I went for an audition for 4'8" to 5 feet. So who do you think it could have possibly have been? Okay, with that being said, if you think about the height, then, and I'm only 4'11", and the height range was from 4'8" to 5 feet, I think you can figure out who I was going to be friends with. I arrived at the Animal Kingdom rehearsal at probably about 9:30 in the morning-ish. And then the audition actually went at 10. So they didn't want us to get there any earlier. And all I know is I had a small audition. So instead of like 300 or 600, I had about 45. So with that being said, they, I think, did things a little different. This is something I found when I went on YouTube. I went and I was watching other people's auditions to see how things were going so I can better myself. So I was watching all these auditions. Everything that were in the auditions didn't happen to me. I had friends of mine that went the week before and that didn't happen to me. I have friends of mine that are friends with other characters and they're already doing it and that's not what happened to them. So I guess I had like a strange audition. Nothing can prepare you for what will happen on that audition, because I'm sorry, I really think it's what they're looking for at the moment. So what did they make me do? So my audition was at 10. So they got us there at 9:30 and when I signed up, immediately as soon as I came in, checked for height. Obviously I'm 4'11". They actually have me measured at 4'11 and a half. I don't know how the heck I grew that half inch, but hey, what do you know? Disney height is really funny. You never know what you're going to come out as. So that's why I always say that if you are kind of like maybe 5'1" or 5'2", I would actually go for the audition, because they could possibly measure you that day smaller, or they can actually measure you the regular height. So I would keep on going back to auditions. If that's what you want to be as a character performer, I suggest you to keep on going back. Now, after I got there, groups were starting to form. So they watch you as soon as you get out of your car. So I suggest that you just be your bubbly self and just don't be afraid and just talk to everybody. Who cares? So what? So you make a few new friends along the way. So at one point, they're going to ask you to make a profile. So a profile is very easy. You just go on to DisneyAuditions.com and make a profile. You can make the profile before you go, that's fine. It's actually better to do it because they will ask you, have you made a Disney audition profile? Then they send you to a website and they ask you to go to this website, and a Disney website, and that particular website, that's where you log yourself in that you attended this audition. At the same time, you can actually upload your profile picture. Then they ask you that after the profile, then they ask you for a headshot. So you can, if you don't have a headshot that you didn't bring, that's fine. So you can also bring a headshot with you if you have one. If not, they tell you to take a selfie of yourself, or have a friend that's in that group take a selfie of you, and you can use that. Character performer is basically you acting out. They want you to act out a particular scenario. So mine happened to be, we all had to do Christmas tree trimming. I said, okay. So basically what I did on mine is they want you to go really, really big. Arm movements, hand movements. If you look, they don't want you to look like this. They want you to look like that. Okay? If you were hanging a Christmas ball on the tree, they want you to take it out of the box and maybe possibly like look at it and go, maybe dust it off a little bit, clean it off, and think about where you're going to put it, and maybe over here, maybe over here. Yeah, I guess we'll put it right over here. And then maybe possibly look at it and go, oh, maybe that's not right. Take it and just put it there. You can also do like almost like a popcorn garland, where basically you were making popcorn and then you were threading it through and then running it around the tree. Maybe one of your lights are out, so you would actually have to look and try to fix the light and then put it back on. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I had a blast with that. Mine, I pretended I was cutting it down with an axe, and they, instead of just like an axe like this, they want you to like really swing the axe, and cut down the tree, and then drag the tree. The sweat, like trying to put it up, and then put all the garland on there, and then the ball, and then who knows, maybe you can't reach. Who knows? So then you could pretend that you had a ladder, and you put the ladder up, and then you're climbing up the ladder. And then you go and you put the star on top because you're just way too short. And you could try in the beginning like, oh look, I'm trying to put the star on, it's not working, so I gotta get a ladder. And then you pretend that you go and you get a ladder, and you do this without talking. I mean, it was just a lot of fun. It was like doing charades. So I had a lot of fun doing that. I heard some people saying that to be a toy maker. That was one scenario. I didn't get that scenario, but I've heard of people saying that they had, one of the scenarios was toy maker, where you were a toy maker, and then you would make the toy, and then after you make the toy, then you become the toy. Yes, so that, I heard that one. I heard one about being stuck in Andy's backyard, and you got to be able to get out. I heard another one of being Andy's toy, and you're in a toy box and you have to get out, being a toy. So it was like all kinds of like animation like that, but I only had the tree cutting one and putting up the Christmas tree and stuff like that. So we had that. That was a lot of fun. So that after that, then they taught us a dance. Now, in other videos I've heard people doing a 4-count dance, which would be maybe some marching, pivot step, a grapevine, and a jazz square. So like probably about 4 moves. And I didn't get that. No. All my friends were like, oh, you'll get the beginning 4-count dance. No, maybe because my group was so small and it was only 300 people. Maybe that's the reason why. So, and I only had 45 in my audition. So that's possibly the reason why that maybe we did it a little different. What they did to me is they gave me the animation portion, and then it went straight into the dance portion. My dance portion was a 8 count. It was actually an 8 count. It looked like something from either the Macy's Day Parade or the Festival of Fantasy Parade that they do at the Magic Kingdom. And they said that normally it takes them probably about a month to learn. And they gave us this in 49 minutes. And they're like, you got it? And we're all looking at each other like, uh-huh. And the ones that obviously did get it were the people that went about 1,000,001 times for an audition, because when I asked them, how many times have you been on an audition? They said, oh my God, I've been on so many auditions I can't even count. So I'm like, okay. I'm sorry. I need some coffee. Hang on. In my Little Mermaid cup, see? I don't know if anyone can see that, but the Little Mermaid, she's my favorite. So let me get back to it. So, you need dance experience. No, you don't. You don't need any dance experience. You really don't. It all depends on what they're looking for at that moment. It all depends on what they're looking for at that moment. They're looking for friends for. So, I would actually go to DisneyAuditions.com and actually check out to see in your height. I couldn't go for a face audition because I don't look like anybody. So I had to go for a 4'8" to 5 feet for audition. So yeah, it was. They made me do the dance for about 3 minutes or 4 minutes, and then we would do 1 minute of animation, and then go back into the dance, and then go back into the animation. And then once that was done, then your first cut came. So they went and they did the cut. They did go around the room when I first got there. Anyone that was like way over the marker that then what they were looking for, they cut you right there, so that they didn't want to waste your time, so they cut you right there. Anybody that was a little bit over, I looked like they kept them. And then once part of the audition, and it was groups of 4. So I was number 3. If your number was called, they were calling numbers, and if your number was called, you stayed. If your number was not called, then you leave. Okay? My number was, drumroll please, not called. So obviously I didn't make it, but that's fine. That's fine. I did have a lot of fun on the audition. I know I can go back and re-audition again. It was no big deal. My experience for the Disney character performer. So basically I really do feel that I think you should go. Some of these videos, I don't think are really going to help you for character performer. Go in, it could be different. It all depends on what they're looking for. Are they looking for someone for parade? Are they looking for someone for meet and greet? Are they looking for parade performers for the castle show? Are they looking for like special events? It all depends on what they are looking for. And I really think that each time you go in, things will change. Sometimes I think you can go in and they could possibly do like that little 4 count that somebody told me. And then after the 4 count and animation, then they'll make the first cut. And then they'll make a harder dance with more animation and then cut again. But I didn't have that. Mine was just the hard dance mixed with the animation, and then that was it. And we had like probably about 49 minutes to learn that whole dance that looked like something from the Macy's Day Parade. So it was really, really rough. And then, but I liked the animation portion. I think I did very well with that animation portion. And what I went through for character performer, I didn't get it, but that's fine. Will I go again? Absolutely. It was fun because you get a chance to meet a lot of new friends and a lot of new people. And I suggest you to do it. I enjoyed the video on my journey trying to be a character performer. It didn't work, but at least I had fun. It's at the end of the video, I know. So if you like it, please comment, like, subscribe, you know, big thumbs up. And curious of what, if you went on an audition, please leave it down below, a comment, and leave the comment down below. I'd like to hear of what everyone has done differently in their auditions. And because it's just a lot of fun. I'd like to see what other people have done on their auditions. Don't forget, everybody, be nice, be kind, and love one another.